Coming in at number 5, these are my fingerprints, the Supreme Nike Dunk SB High in the black and white colorway. Number 4 is the Jordan 1 High 85 Georgetown. Number 3 is the Yound 990 V3. Coming in at number 2 is the AMM Air Jordan 2, and coming in at number 1 is the Mambasita Sweet 16 Kobe 6 Protro. What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Sole Rankings. Speaking of welcome back, Connor, welcome back. He is Connor, I am Lawrence. July was very, very busy, but also we got a ton of stuff to talk about just in general. But let's get right into it. These are the top 5 sneaker releases in the month of July, starting off with number 5.
At number 5, we have the Donald Glover X New Balance RC30s. It's the first shoe that we've seen Donald Glover release since his collaboration with Adidas, and it already looks like it's a much better fit than what we saw over at the Three Stripe brand. As far as the actual collaboration goes, you might not notice that there's a ton of pop or a ton of pizzazz behind these, but I think that fits not only with New Balance, but Donald Glover as a collaborator in general. It's a good wearable silhouette. Between the two colorways, we decided to choose the Golden Hour colorway just because it is the one that has the bit more pop and pizzazz.
Yeah, honestly, I really like the shoe. Between the two, between the Golden Hour yellow and the light bone colorway, I really liked the Golden Hour yellow. Again, and you said, it really suits the whole Donald Glover aesthetic, if you will. And yeah, kind of an understated silhouette and an understated release overall. We didn't really hear a lot of build-up and hype leading up to it. But I think that going down the line, these are still available, by the way, on most websites. Going down the line, people are going to regret if they did not pick these up, in my opinion. Coming in at number 4 is the Nike Dunk Low Jackie Robinson in the Dodger Blue. Just an overall very clean shoe. You got the very cool details in the quotes all over the upper. And yeah, people really seem to like this pair. They were excited when they came out, sold out almost everywhere, and I can see why. I mean, it's Jackie Robinson. It's hard to not like the shoe, and yeah, the Dodger Blue will always hit. Sorry to all the Yankee fans.
And I think the only real criticism that I can levy towards them is wondering why we put that on a dunk of all the shoes, because it doesn't really feel like it has that tie towards Jackie Robinson. But at the same time, again, the detailing and the way that they really worked a lot of his personality into the shoe, on top of just being a solidly color blocked and solidly detailed shoe in general, really helps it be a good shoe to help round out his legacy. Coming in at number 3, they made us choose yet again, but we had to pick the better of the two colorways. We have the Social Status Penny 1 in the Desert Sand colorway. It was really cool to see Social Status once again jump on a silhouette that, not a lot of people might have known about before, but definitely doing the best with it that they can. The interchangeable swooshes, the way that they're paying homage to the original colorway, especially the way that James Whitner has been able to go out there and really storytell for these shoes and tell everybody what Penny means to them, and the amazing program that they were able to do as far as the pay it forward system and being able to not only gift it to a friend that you might want to be able to help out, but also nonprofits or even nonprofits of their choices. It was a really cool rollout, and once again, a shoe that if you were a huge fan of Penny, you didn't even have to stress about. They were widely available, they were well stocked, and you had plenty of options to be able to try to get these throughout July.
You love to see a collaboration that's accessible to the public, especially when they're doing a give back program like they are. The pack itself, again, it's not a silhouette that you often see, but I mean, those are always the most fun collaborations in general. Anyone can do a Jordan 1, but can anyone do a Penny 1? Not really, but Social Status really knocked it out of the park, if you will. And they maybe knocked it out of the playground. Oh, damn. I'll hold for the applause. Thank you so much. But yeah, love the pack, love the shoes in general. The extra swooshes are just chef's kiss, really fun and playful collaboration. So yeah, big fan of these. Coming in at number 2, we have the Louis Vuitton in collaboration with Nike. I can't even believe I'm saying those words. Louis Vuitton in collaboration with Nike on the Air Force 1. So there were 9 that came out to the public online. There was a bunch of other colorways that are kind of floating around in the sneakerverse. But again, this was probably the hardest one. We picked one, and it's really hard to not choose the Blanco triple white Air Force 1 low. When you add the Louis Vuitton monogram print in triple white on an Air Force 1 low, it just does something. It screams luxury, but it also screams streetwear, and just they're just so clean. I mean, anyone I'm sure who could have got their hands on them would have wanted to get their hands on them, even with the very high price tag. But yeah, we had to put these on the list, and I think number 2 is where they should live.
And they did really feel like a nice main event sneaker for July, not only because of the fact that we have this monumental collaboration, but also it is very much a return to form as far as shoes that we've seen designed by Virgil. It has that full design language that he has on there. We see a little bit of that Louis design language, and we see a little bit of that Nike design language on them as well. But just overall, it's really, really cool to see as definitive a collaboration on the Air Force One, and they definitely didn't do a terrible job on it. I think the only damper to these is not only the availability, but that high price tag that hit above the Dior's and hit towards the $3,000 to around the $4,000 radius, which definitely caused a few people to pause. But at the same time, fits right in line with the brand ethos, so I guess we can't be too mad at it.
Yeah, I'm sure no one was all that surprised with the price point. You can be shocked, but you can't be surprised. The sticker shock is definitely there.
To take us right on home, and this very much was the main event shoe of this month, it was the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 Low Reverse Mocha. Looks like Travis hype is back on the menu. We had, a good enough reception towards the Air Trainer and the Air Max release, but this is the first Travis Scott collaboration release where it really felt like we're back to form again. Really, really solid color blocking on the shoe. Really, really solid options as far as lacing and everything else. It's a super duper wearable colorway, and again, he's been doing a great job at making a case for the Air Jordan 1 Low. Between the original Mocha colorway to the fragment Air Jordan 1 Lows that people even considered to be better than the highs, to just solely releasing another Air Jordan 1 Low by itself, this was very much the shoe of the summer for a lot of people. This is a shoe that managed to cross over a lot of different barriers as far as not only sneaker culture, but also making it into the mainstream as well, with headlines like 2.4 million entries making it in on this Travis Scott raffle in 30 minutes. It's at a fever pitch, man. I honestly thought that there might be a little bit of a drop off, but yeah, we didn't see any whatsoever.
They might be the best Travis Scott Jordan 1. I just think they're so wearable. I think that the brown hits and the not quite white hits on the upper and the midsole just really work well together. The fragment lows are very good, and again, it might be recency bias, and I haven't seen the reverse Mochas in person. I'm giving a lot of caveats because I'm nervous to put this on the internet, but yeah, they may be the best Air Jordan 1 that Travis Scott has ever done.
That's a bold statement. I don't know if I agree with that quite as much, but at the same time, I've seen that sentiment drift around quite a bit. But with that, and with what could be the best Travis Scott sneaker ever, that brings us to our running leaderboard, where we do have 2 new additions to the board. Lawrence, why don't you take us through?
All right, so we definitely had some movement in the last month. We definitely had a lot of commenters wondering what went into the method behind the madness behind our top 5. I'll break it to you, not a whole lot. Coming in at number 5, Air Jordan 1 High 85 in the Georgetown colorway. Fantastic shoe, one of my favorite shoes of the year, clearly. Coming in at number 4, the AMM Air Jordan 2, standing strong in the top 5 and might stay there the whole year. Coming in at number 3, the Jound 990 V3 has been kicked out of second place in our top 5, and it was dethroned by possibly the best Air Jordan 1 colorway Travis Scott has ever done, the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 Low Reverse Mocha. Coming in at number 1, still standing strong as the best shoe of the year, at least in Connor and my humble opinion, the Mambasita Sweet 16 Kobe Protro 6. Connor, any final thoughts on our running leaderboard?
I definitely think that those Jounds have quite the staying power. They've been here since, I think, the first episode that we've ever done. I have been getting comments of a lot of people rooting for them to finally drop off of that top 5. But what can you say? It's a really solid shoe, but it really does stand to the test of time on whether or not we'll see another shoe by the end of the year that'll take its place.
I'll tell you what you can say to those people, Connor. You can tell them you can get your own show and make your own top 5. That's our top 5 for this month, but make sure to check back next month as we break down the top releases in the month of August, my birthday month. Happy early birthday to me, and compare them to the running leaderboard and see what will remain at the top and what will be bumped off. I have been Lawrence, that has been Connor, and we are OUTPEEs.